Hey guys, this is just a quick public service announcement. I wanted to make a really quick video on just the importance on not letting them control the narrative. The media is trying to already they are reeling back a little. I feel like they're taking it back in because one, they thought it was going to be a success. The failed assassination attempt on Trump yesterday, they thought it was going to be a success. Firstly, and secondly, the severity, like somebody else was killed. This is terrible. Just a Trump supporter, just attending a rally, saving his family. It's terrible. He was shot in the head. Like, it's just terrible. And I think typically they just kind of control the narrative immediately. It's just the next day they're ready to go. I think this time the plans were foiled a little bit, and they kind of had to readjust and figure out what to do. So it was almost like there was a moment of time where the media wasn't kind of trying to persuade and change things yet, but they already are now. I just want to show a couple quick things because it's utmost importance imperative that we do not let them control the narrative. This guy, they're going to try to say he was a Trump, a Republican or a scorned Republican or this or that or whatever. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay, we know that they're launching an investigation now. The FBI has taken over. We don't trust the FBI. We shouldn't. Nobody should. Okay, we know what they're gonna do. It's an inside job. They're trying to cover up for everything. So just they're like I said, they're gonna try to say that this guy's this or that. We don't need an investigation. We know exactly what happened. Okay, there's no need for any investigation. I mean, there should be, obviously, but I'm just saying, in order, the media is trying to say, oh, we need to wait for this or hesitate on that and don't say this and don't say that. They didn't even want to call it an assassination. At first, they were calling it all sorts of other things like shrapnel off of a screen, or it was a BB gun, BS, or that it's staged, BS. Okay, they're trying to control everything because it's so horrific what's happened. They're just trying to, like I said, they're just trying to, oh, it's not that, it's not this, and now they're drumming up an explanation or a plan to sway the narrative. So just, we cannot let the media do this. They are to blame. Biden is to blame. All the leftists in government, they're to blame for everything that they've done over the last 6 to 8 years. Okay, and even more than that, because they were bad mouthing him even before that a little bit. But regardless, they are exactly to blame. They're exactly who caused this type of incitement. This kid is 20 years old, apparently. I'm going to show you some videos real quick and then get out. But because I just wanted this to be a quick, short video. But this is Thomas Crooks. And apparently this is the guy. I mean, you can hear it.
My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy.
Yeah, okay, tough guy. Um, Regardless if this guy actually knows things, he's part of the deep state, if he was operative, he's 20 years old, I doubt it, but regardless, no matter what he is, he was influenced by the media, by the current climate, the political, what's going on, right? The circus that's been going on, and it's all the media's fault. Okay, and they're out there, pushing and shoving the narrative in different ways that they want. We cannot let them get away with that because they are the ones to blame. The blood is on their hands. This man who was killed, the patriot who was killed, good man, it's on their hands, okay, because this is still a guy who doesn't like Republicans, apparently, kid, who went out to a rally full of Republicans and conservatives and killed one. Doesn't matter if he missed. Doesn't matter if he meant to hit Trump. We could have lost Trump too, obviously. That's terrible. Regardless, anyone that dies to this type of thing, it's garbage. And we know who's to blame. Do not let the narrative get lost. Don't let it slip away like it always does, because this is what they try to do and they get away with it. Not this time. Okay? This is another thing I wanted to say. I put out this video. A lot of people have been sharing on my Facebook. And it's just an example of all the times that the Democrats and the media has done this. And it's plain to see. It's right out there. So I put it out there. Guess what? It got community noted and censored. So you could still see it on my page, but of course, like, I can't see what other people can see because they try to trick you and say, oh, everything's good, and then when somebody else looks at it, it's like a question mark, or you can't really see it or whatever. But I guess you could still see the video, but it has a community note next to it, and this is what it said. So this is what I got. We added a notice to your post. This post includes information independent fact checkers said was missing context. Missing context? It's a clip. It's a bunch of clips in a video. I mean, yeah, you could say it's missing context, but so I think it's pretty straightforward, and you can go back to the clips. I've seen every one of these. Okay, you got Harry Sisson, the little twerp, calling for violence just a couple weeks ago. You got all these people, okay, the Congress, Senate, like I said, Jamie Raskins, the Adam Schiffs, the Joy Reids, the View, the chicken heads on the View, all of these people inciting for years. And this kid's 20. He doesn't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to pretend like I know what's going on with him. It's all fresh and everything. But this kid, he's just coming up, and he's just, this is his world, and he's going, oh my gosh, they're all telling me this is so terrible, I got to do this. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Unless, like I said, unless he's an operative or something. And we got to get to the bottom of it. The patriots who are independent fact checkers of our own and are on the internet, sleuths, we will get to the bottom of this. We don't need the FBI, okay? Because we know what they're going to do. And we will get to the bottom of everything. All the information will start to come out. Apparently, there's a manifesto. This kid is super unhinged. There's videos of him screeching and shrieking out and spurging out at some like some like Republican people that are just sitting at like a corner or like on a campus telling people, hey, come join the Republican Party, something like that. And it's like he's screaming at them, making threats and stuff. So apparently it's the same kid. And luckily this kid, it looks like a mongoloid, so he has a very distinct face. So it's not easy to misidentify. But anyway, regardless, independent fact checkers reviewed a similar video, said it was missing context. Facebook determined the post. People who repeat, and then they threaten me. People who repeatedly share false information might have their posts moved lower in newsfeed, so other people are less likely to see them. Oh, real nice, Zuckerberg. And who? Of course, it's Zuckerberg, and he just got called out by Trump the other day, rightfully so, because he's a piece of garbage. Quotes from U.S. Democrats falsely characterized as calls for violence. Who is the AFP? I don't care. Who's the fact checkers? And then they give me the options. Oh, you could delete it. Yeah, no, I didn't. So here's a picture of it, of what I see. Missing context. Quotes from U.S. Democrats falsely characterized as calls for violence. BS. This was my post afterwards, after I realized what they were doing. How disgusting. Facebook censors a video I uploaded that shows the many times the left has called to violence and incitement, specifically on President Trump, and gives us some BS warning. Zuckerberg is a piece of POS, and the media is too powerful. Every single person in a 2-minute long video are of Democrat affiliation. They made this happen. Falsely characterized calls for violence. BS. Here's the video.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized up to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face, and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
If you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, there's that. So, disgusting. Maxine Waters, she's another one that I forget to mention. She's horrible. There's a lot in there. A lot of people in there that are just terrible. Colbert, he's garbage. But I feel like a lot of them are women. Like, it's like mostly women that have the most vile rhetoric. And where the hell are we in the culture, in our country, in our state of ethics and just our state of being, where this is the case? I mean, it's not okay that men are doing it either, if they were doing it more, but like, it's just weird that that's the way it's kind of flipped around a little. It's both sides, doesn't matter. I mean, it's both like women and men, but yeah, and I don't know, they're probably gonna complain to me about this on YouTube too, so, but this video needs to be shared, this needs to be shown, so that people can go, the average person who's not paying attention can go, oh, yeah, I see. Because it's plain as day. It's right there for you. Let me just show these last few. Oh, so this kid, Crooks, apparently he's in a BlackRock commercial.
My name is Brian.
We don't know for sure that this is him, but it looks like him. Like I said, he's a mongoloid. It's hard to miss. But, whatever they try to say, we mustn't believe it. We have to know that there's something deeper going on. Regardless of anything, though, it's because the media, they did this, and they will do anything. They will stop at nothing to make sure that that doesn't get put out there. But we have to. We can't stand for this.
I'm DeLallo. I teach AP and Honors Economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do. I hope when I retire someday, they say, that guy made this place a special place to come to school and gave as much as he could to help the community.
Allegedly, that's him. I don't want to, make too many claims, but what is he doing in a BlackRock commercial? And yeah, here's the FBI statement that, July 13th at 10 p.m. last night. The FBI has assumed the role of lead federal law enforcement agency in the investigation of the incident involving former President Donald Trump that occurred earlier today in Butler, Pennsylvania. Special agents of the FBI Pittsburgh field office responded immediately to include crisis response teams, response team members, and evidence response technicians. We will continue to support this investigation with the full resources of the FBI alongside our partners at the U.S. Secret Service and state and local law enforcement. Anyone with information, blah, 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 call. Yeah, we don't trust you. They were just trying to take away security detail of Trump not long ago. They didn't give him, apparently they denied him more detail when he requested not too long ago, and there was something going on with this whole thing, something going on. I'll make another video about it later, because the whole sniping, the whole thing that happened, there's snipers on the roof right behind Trump. You can see them. They know the guy's there. There's almost no way, because the guy shoots and then they shoot him like immediately. So why did they let him shoot? They saw him there. Why did they let him shoot? Something's not right. I said in the last video, maybe it's not their fault. I don't mean that it's not their fault. I'm just saying, what I was saying was that it's hard to prevent every type of thing that could happen, because Trump exposes himself a lot. And if someone really wanted to, they could get you in a vulnerable time or whatever and turn around and pretend to be a, MAGA guy in the back there. Maybe, I'm sure they can't come in with weapons, but regardless, I'm just saying there's a lot of open chances. Like, this is he, and he likes to be with the people. So, but it's just, this was supposed to be prevented. This was supposed to be stopped. Something's not right. So, yeah, we'll go on that. And then here's another thing. Disgusting meme. Oh, so close. Jenna Howell, the memes are gold. AKA Face Hots, says that Jenna Howell is a FBI agent. What the hell is she doing? We know these are the people that are back in charge. Oh, good. Their lead investigation. I feel good now. And here's this piece of garbage.
We don't yet have any information about the motive of the shooter. We know who he is. I urge everyone, please, don't make assumptions about his motives or his affiliations. Let the FBI do their job and their partner agencies do their job.
Get the hell out of here. He's trying to run cover. They told him to say that. BS. Lastly, I just want to show this video that I mentioned last video that I made. And this was a guy at the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. And this is every MAGA, every patriot right now. And I love this guy. This is all the media on the right here of the screen. He's on the left, screaming at them.
This is your fault. You. This is your fault. Every last one. This is your fault. This is your fault. You. This is your fault. Thank you, sir. Your fault. This is your fault. You.
Everyone needs to be like this guy. Do not let them control the narrative. I'm gonna end with my shirt and my typical. Just because you don't take an interest in the government doesn't mean the government won't take an interest in you. Peace.